friends, happy Wednesday. It's May 13th. We are in Ocean Week still, and today I'm going to read a book to you about some weird sea creatures, and then we're going to make our craft together. Weird Sea Creatures by Laura Marsh. Whoa, look at those teeth. Here's our table of contents. Those are all the different chapters and all the different things we're going to read about. Strange but true. Many strange sea creatures live in the ocean. Some are beautiful, some are ugly, some are cute, and some are scary. Weird sea creatures are strange for a reason. The funny way they look and the strange things they do help them live in the ocean. This is a balloon fish. Survival skills. Some sea animals live in the shallow ocean waters. Some live in the deep ocean. The ocean can be a hard place to live. Deep areas are cold and dark. It can be hard to find food. And the ocean can be dangerous. There are many predators. Any animal can quickly become dinner for another animal. These are called diagonal butterfly fish. Sea creatures have special skills that help them find food. They also have strange body parts that can help them hide and stay safe from other animals. How weird are these sea creatures? Let's find out. This is called a Dumbo octopus, and it finds food on the ocean floor with its large eyes. A leafy sea dragon blends in with the seaweed around it. A moray eel's sharp teeth catch prey. Hide and seek. Camouflage helps animals hide from their enemies. Looking strange helps them blend into the plants or water around them. Camouflage also helps animals catch dinner. Do you see the stonefish in the picture? Most fish don't because it looks like rock or coral. When they swim too close, the stonefish springs from the ocean floor. It grabs dinner in a flash. Here's another joke. What's the strongest sea creature? A mussel. Whoa. Big eyes. The deep ocean gets very little light. Many animals that live there have large eyes. Big eyes help creatures see in the darkness and find prey. This is called a viperfish. Scary. This viperfish used its big eyes to spot a hatchetfish. Dinner time. The hatchetfish uses its own large eyes to find tiny shrimp to eat in the dark sea. Making light. Many creatures in the deep, dark sea have a special trick. They make their own light. This light is called bioluminescence. This is a comb jelly. It must be kind of like a jellyfish. Some sea creatures use their own light as a flashlight to find prey. Light can draw prey toward an animal too, and light can surprise enemies, so an animal can make a quick escape. This is called a black dragonfish. It has funny patches that glow in many places on its body, like here and here. Expert food finders. Some animals have wacky body parts that help them catch meals. The gulper eel has a super long tail. Prey comes closer for a better look. This eel's giant mouth opens wide. It can eat an animal bigger than it is. It can't be picky. In the deep sea, the eel must eat whatever it can find. Here's another joke. What did the Atlantic Ocean say to the Pacific Ocean? Nothing. It just waved. That's pretty funny. The tiny cookie cutter shark locks onto its prey with strange sucking lips. Its sharp teeth sink in. They leave a bite the shape of a circle. That's why they call it a cookie cutter shark. Look at the cookie cutter sharks feeding on a dolphin in this illustration. There's bite marks. Here's their sharp teeth. An anglerfish has its own fishing pole called a lure. The lure glows, and other fish want to know what it is. When they get close, the anglerfish eats them. That kind of reminds me of the fish in Finding Nemo when they were looking for the goggles. Deadly dangers. Bumping into some sea creatures can be bad news. The yellow sea anemone looks like a pretty flower, but it has stinging parts that have deadly venom. When a fish is stung, its muscles stop working. Then The anemone eats the fish. The box jellyfish is one of the most dangerous animals in the world. Whoa. It has arms called tentacles that grow up to 10 feet long. The tentacles deliver a painful, deadly sting. This lionfish has crazy spiky fins, but you wouldn't want to touch them. The fins on its back are sharp and can sting you. Here's another joke. What sea creature goes well with toast? A jellyfish. Strange senses. Some animals near the ocean floor don't even have eyes. They can't see their food, so they use other senses to find it. A sea cucumber can feel tiny pieces of food stuck to its tube feet. It curls its feet in and licks them clean. A hagfish has super strong sense of smell and touch. It can smell food that's fallen from higher up in the ocean. It also uses feelers to find meals. Super subs. How do we know about weird sea creatures in the deep ocean? People can't dive deep to see these strange creatures. It's too cold and dark there, and the water pressure is strong enough to crush a person. But humans can use machines called submarines to explore the deep ocean. Sometimes people control them from far away, like a remote-controlled car. And sometimes people ride inside. How deep? This submersible, named Alvin, can dive 4,764 feet deep. It would take more than 3 Empire State Buildings stacked up to reach that depth. It's really deep. Submersibles collect information. They have lights and special tools. They take pictures and they gather plants, rocks, and animals. Scientists use submersibles to find the weird sea creatures shown here. And there are probably thousands more that have not been found yet. These odd tube worms live on the bottom of the ocean. They can grow to be 8 feet tall. This is a blobfish. It's weird looking. Another joke. Which fish lights up at night? A starfish. Stump your parents. Can your parents answer these questions about sea creatures? You might know more than they do. This is talking about bioluminescence, machines that dive deep in the ocean, which features are common in deep sea animals. Animals that have venom are... Humans can't scuba dive deep into the ocean because... What is camouflage? And an animal that is eaten by another animal is called... All right, so now we are going to make our crab craft. So you're going to need a glue stick, scissors, either a black marker or colored pencil. And then you will need the front of the directions that show an example of the crab. You'll need your red crab pieces and this tan piece of paper. So what I'm going to do first is I'm going to set this tan piece of paper aside because I don't need that quite yet. And first I'm going to cut out all of my crab pieces on the black line. Okay, so now I have all of my pieces laying out right here. And what I'm going to do very first is I'm going to flip over my oval. So I want my oval, I want it going like side to side. This would be up and down, and it needs to go side to side. So, and I'm actually, like we've done in class before, we always want to flip over the pieces that show the black line, right? Because we just use that as a guide for us to cut, and I'm going to flip this over. And then I'm going to grab my legs. So I know that the book didn't have any crabs in it that we read, but crabs have 8 legs. So let's count and see if I have 8 here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Perfect. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to very carefully, I want these legs to be underneath the body like this. Instead of on top, I want them to be underneath. So they're kind of like hiding. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm just going to lay them out first before I glue anything down so I can see where they fit, and that way if I make a mistake I can easily move them and they are not glued down quite yet. So I need 4 on one side and then 4 on the other, because 4 plus 4 is 8. 2, 3, 4. Perfect. Okay. Now that I have these all laid out, I can go ahead and very carefully glue them down. So watch what I'm going to do. I'm just going to get out my glue stick and I'm going to very carefully just move like this and then put glue just on the end and then slide it right back underneath the body. And then I'm going to slide out another one. Slide it back in. All right, there we go. All of our legs are glued down. Now, what's really cool about a crab, or sometimes you might not think it's that cool because if you get pinched, it might hurt. They have pinchers, which are kind of like their hands at the end of the front 2 legs. And they use those to pick up food. They use those to help defend themselves from prey or from predators that want to eat them. Remember, predators are things that want to eat them, and prey is what they want to eat. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to very carefully put some glue just at the other end of our front 2 legs, and I'm going to glue the black side down so we can't see the black line. And there is our crab. Now, our crab is missing 2 important things. It's missing 2 eyeballs, and it's missing a little mouth. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use my skinny black marker. You can use a black colored pencil if you want to, or a crayon, whatever you have. And I'm going to draw some little eyes. I'm just going to make circles. I'm actually just going to draw a thick black outline of a circle, and I'm not going to color the inside. And there's my other eye. And then, in order to make our crab just a little cute, I'm going to give him a smile. Now all I need to do is get my crab glued onto my tan piece of paper, and look, it barely fits, but that's okay. It looks great. You could also try and turn it like this, but I'm just going to do this. It'll fit in your portfolios no matter what. So I'm just going to grab my glue stick, and then I'm going to put glue. I'm going to turn my crab over, and look, there's all our black lines, nice and covered. I'm just going to put a little bit of glue. Make sure you get all the legs glued down. And the pinchers. And then I'm just going to very carefully flip it over and glue him onto the sand. There we go. He's all finished. Have a great day, everybody.